If you tuned in to our last couple of episodes, then you know I've had my sights set on, well, women, gals, ladies. Well, specifically beauty. And in this episode today, I'm going to focus on a very particular type of lady out there, this super action hero gal. The comic book world has been more or less dominated by male action heroes. But there have been a few progressive cartoons with strong female superheroes as well, plus a few bad girls too.
Let no one say that Catwoman is not the best dressed woman in the world.
But perhaps one of the most relevant super action heroes, female that is, across generation of boys and girls is
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
That's Linda Carter in the original series, a dynamic and sexy kick-your-booty Latina. Oh yes, she was a Latina. Google it. So it means she probably could also dance your booty off the floor.
Wonder Woman.
And that's Gal Gadot, the most recent to bring Wonder Woman's vivaciousness to life. Okay, I mean, if I had to get hitched again, I mean lassoed, it'd probably be her. On that point, think about Wonder Woman's crime-battling tools. Let's see, she had her golden lasso with the ability to squeeze the truth out of you by using your own male strength against you, unbreakable silver bracelets, a mythological allegory, of course, for the loving submission and emotional control needed to balance human ego. Okay, in simpler YouTuber terms, symbolic of a woman's integrity.
No, Steve, you can't use that. It's not their fault.
And she had a razor-sharp tiara. Just ask any drag queen. It's not only a must-have powerhouse fashion accessory, it symbolizes a woman's razor-sharp wit.
This is not your truth. The lasso compels you. Now tell us your truth.
I cross-dress in a Wonder Woman outfit. It makes me feel powerful.
Embrace your truth, my friend. My outfit makes me feel powerful too.
And last but not least, we have that willful control over invisible objects, jets and cars, tools much bigger and stronger and faster than her, yet she controls them effortlessly with her mind.
I still marvel at your transparent plane, Wonder Woman. A robot plane that you fly by using brain waves.
The only thing that can surpass super strength is the power of the brain.
Now, even as a dyed-in-the-wool feminist that I am, I'm going to have to tell you, Wonder Woman is not every woman. We have seen some women manage to break the shackles and turn them into empowering bracelets.
Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman.
We also continue to see way too many of them overlooked, struck down, derailed. And even in that rare chance they finally make it to the second highest office in the land, there's some small-minded, undereducated villain plotting against them, harassing our great ladies. And in fact, though we've made great strides, the pandemic and the rebirth of conservative politics threaten to erode that progress. According to a recent report, 80% of the 1.1 million people who exited the workforce during COVID were women. In fact, female workforce participation has already dropped to 57%, the lowest level since 1988, according to the National Women's Law Center. And in fact, it's estimated that employment for women may not recover to pre-pandemic levels until 2024. That's 2 full years after a recovery for men. What that means is that without additional action, such as support from employers or additional training programs, there's a real danger that we could see a steep decline in the female labor participation on a level that we have not seen sustained since a post-World War II economy. In other words, that would set today's woman back to Audrey's times.
I will never forget to the rest of my life the moment when I was standing on stage as a little girl. Maybe I was 5 or 6 years old, and I just lost my front tooth, and I was about to perform and sing. And when the light went on, and I saw my colleagues, my friends on stage, and myself in the beautiful costume I was wearing, I was about to sing and perform and dance, I had that feeling inside, like right there, my gut feeling, like this is the feeling I had because I found myself feeling so beautiful. And I think that beauty from inside and outside created the beginning of me. Somehow I met an amazing artist, Denise Sans, who created a company called Makeup Forever. I was invited to go to Paris and study with her special effects, makeup, which was part of my agenda because I want to look on stage awesome. I want to be a star, rock star. I work with someone who is like a rock star in the perfumery world, Patricia Shu. Back then she was working for Takasago, now she works for Manao, but we are still friends, and she created my senses. There are 4 of them, as you can see right here, called E4. If you combine them in the different proportions, they create different scents on our bodies. So it's a unique smell because everyone can customize it towards their own needs and what you like, what you don't. I end up working for more than 12, almost 15 years within broadcasting and multimedia, creating images for anchors, reporters, contributors, politicians, billionaires. And somehow I end up being introduced to a beautiful world of TV with Michael Bloomberg's LP. And I took an awesome journey within this company. I built my career from freelancer, makeup artist to creative director of Bloomberg operations globally. I worked with many anchors. I created their images, and they were representing a very strong brand in the world, very recognizable. It was very important to make this image as strong as possible. I designed a program called Digital Identity Brand Transformation Program, which helps people, individuals, especially now since COVID started. We work from home, and what do? A lot of people don't go through professional media trainings. They are sitting at home, working from home, surrounded by kids and family, stressing out, not knowing what to do. My program, Digital Identity Brand Transformation Program, is based on 5 topics. So topic number 1 is make your appearance on Zoom as presentable as possible. Number 2 is dress for success. So what do you wear on camera? Colors to pop, no stripes, just feel you are your own anchor. You're sitting at home, but that's your stage. You're performing. Number 3 is how do you build your set? Set the scene, light, camera, positioning, your computer, positioning your chair, how your shoulders are being positioned in the front of camera. And number 4 is vocal and breathing exercises. And number 5, final, is body language and facial expressions.
We're addressing so much in the feminine form, especially in our new languaging. Feminine energy is feminine form. But what's the call out to men out there, particularly straight men, who might be a little bit reticent, especially if they're certain years?
Well, yes. Every gentleman needs some grooming. Let's think about James Bond. Very masculine, very strong and powerful, but yet elegant, gentlemanlike, and super charming and handsome. If you think about James Bond, you see brand. This is the brand. Do you know what your brand is?
Bond. James Bond.
Because working from home doesn't go anywhere. It's here to stay. And this is our new, pretty much, world where we're living in. So creating this brand for you, for gentlemen and for ladies, super important.
Well, I love that you use the word gentleman too, because I think, as you know, we've been looking not only at the sisterhood of the traveling pants, as it were, but to use another movie reference, A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Now, that's just a cartoon. I'd like to make a real-life League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and I think some of the things you've talked about, that sense of care, presentation, styling, what would you recommend as well? I know you're also a mom to a young boy, so draw from that experience too.
As a mother, I would love to make sure that my son knows how to be a gentleman, how to be kind and nice, how to behave properly, how to treat women with the respect, how to be professional men, but how to also be a family man.
Now, I know you also very recently went through a life-changing, even life-threatening event. Would you be willing to share that with us?
I was diagnosed with breast cancer, first stage, and then there was like a whole world is collapsing on you because you don't know why did it happen. On the other hand, it's like, why me, but why not me? Thank God it was very early stage. And I started researching tons of things because I knew my life was changing and was changing for better or for worse, but was changing. I'm creating new life. I'm creating my new path. And I've done a lot of research, what to eat, what products to use, how to live my life, how to sleep, how to breathe again, for instance, and how to not to lose the faith that life is still here and just move on.
How did you center and motivate and find that light again to shine outward?
I found the beauty inside shining outside. So I found the beauty within the happiness. I didn't go through chemo, it was radiation only. So I showed up on my first day of radiation, fully made up. I create my own Cleopatra. And I was very happy about this, even though inside I was scared to death because it was my first radiation treatment. And I was sitting in the room with a bunch of other women, looking very sad. And that moment, I promised myself I'll do everything to help them.
And you did. You created a program for women with cancer. Tell us about that program.
I created a program which is called Cancer, Beauty, and Your Identity. So we should never lose this identity. We actually, if anything, women are gonna come out of it stronger than ever and more beautiful than ever before.
3 takeaways, though, for our viewers to keep in mind, especially during this time of transition.
Number 1, always find beauty inside which would shine outside. Because you gotta start with the beauty inside. If you don't have beauty inside, how can you shine beautifully outside? Number 2, happiness. You can't build that beauty without being happy inside. So when you are happy inside, the beauty shines through you outside.
And number 3?
Never ever be afraid to make a transition in your life or to transform yourself to something when you feel like this is the moment when you need to turn a curve. Don't be afraid of it. Just open up your heart, make that note, take a piece of paper, write, this is what I'm gonna do, and go for it. Never ever be afraid, because you don't know what's on the other side.
Well, Dor, an absolute Wonder Woman yourself, to be sure, and certainly all the joyous wonder that is woman. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me on tomorrow's journey.
And I thank you for joining us as well today as we look at beauty and the art of being a woman. If you want to find out more information about Dor Lata, you can. We've posted a URL in the description section of today's broadcast, so I encourage you, if not for yourself, then share it with a friend. But quite honestly, there's valuable lessons in it for not just the women out there, but for the men, or dare I say, gentlemen. Yes, because I've made a special appeal. I'm forming that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and after all, now's the time because we have, well, a role model in having the very first gentleman in the White House. That's a great opportunity for all of us to up our game, to figure out ways that we can support, guide, and inform and nurture the women in our lives. And while we're doing that, getting in touch with our internal nurturer, please do the same for this channel. Make sure you like it, easy enough to do, one ping, there it is. And of course, comment, share your thoughts with us. We always respond and we always like to hear your thoughts and ideas for future broadcasts. Also, for that matter, most of all, we'd love for you to become a permanent member of the family by subscribing. Press subscribe and remember to set your settings so that you get notified each time we post a new video, which is about one every week and a half to 2 weeks. We look forward to seeing you on the next broadcast. I'm Jeff Oppenheim. I thank you for being here again today. Until then, stay safe, stay well, and keep empowered.